Yes, I love Frank. I'll always love him and want all good things for him. But I am not in love with him. At least to the extent that I know my feelings, I'm pretty sure of that.
And you're not expecting the phone to ring some beautiful day?
I'm not expecting anything. I took a long time and a lot of disciplined thinking. But I think I finally convinced myself that Frank and I are not going to live happily ever after. I mean, it's just not possible. Not in the real world.
And you are a realist.
Well, I try to be.
But you dream sometimes, every now and then, like when the car breaks down and I go searching for a gas station and you're alone in the moonlight.
Yes, I can't help that.
Hey, we're all entitled to our fantasies.
Thank you. You know, I do imagine sometimes what it would be like if Frank had gone to law school before he got married. And in my fantasy, we live in this wonderful apartment with lots of plants and lots of light and just a few pieces of streamlined furniture.
And I'll bet the two of you practice law together, right?
Seneca, how did you get into my head? Anyway, oh, wait a minute, I've got to tell you this. I have this other fantasy. Frank and Dee get this friendly divorce, and then Delia gives us custody of little John, and then Frank never thinks about her again. And then we buy this wonderful country house with a lake and a half-dozen noble horses. Oh. Anyway, that's a fantasy that I used to have a lot, but I don't have it as much anymore, and I think I am perfectly aware that it'll never happen.
You've exercised great control, you know? I admire that.
You would. Anyway, you have to admire Frank, too, because he has tried just as hard as I have.
You know, it appears to me that Delia is very anxious to please Frank.
I don't know. I really don't understand Dee.
You don't like her?
No. But she and Frank seem closer, and I guess that's all that matters. You know, I've seen them a couple of times together lately, and they seem a little like newlyweds sometimes.
I've wondered how you could stand going over to the Ryans so much. I mean, it must be terribly painful for you.
Oh, Seneca, I love Maeve and Johnny. And Pat and Mary. I mean, they know the whole story about Frank and myself, and it's never come between us. I mean, what goes on there? It's reality. I have to get used to it.
You certainly demand a great deal of yourself.
Well, I don't have any other choice, do I? I mean, I'll always be close to Frank's family. And Dee will always be a member of it. That is, if she straightens herself out.
What do you mean?
Dee's been taking a couple of risks lately, and oh, look, it's not my story to tell.
Risks that could shake up the marriage?
Seneca, all I can say, if there is any trouble between Frank and Dee, I will not be responsible, not in any way.